The moment has finally come. Hostages are coming back home. Here's the deal. 50 Israeli women and children will be released from Hamas captivity in exchange for 150 Palestinian women and children who will be released from Israeli prison. Now, this sentence gives some sense of symmetry. We release women and children, and they release women and children. But there's no symmetry, not even close. Here's why. This is Nafuz Hamad, sentenced to 12 years in prison for stabbing her Jewish neighbor in front of her children. She will soon be back living next to her victim. And this is Gali, kidnapped by Hamas for being a Jew. She will not go back to her home because her town was completely obliterated in the October 7th massacre. Do you see any symmetry here? Every single one of the 50 Israelis was kidnapped simply because he was alive. He committed no crimes whatsoever. On the absolute contrary, every one of the 150 Palestinians is a violent criminal. Just look at the list. This guy threw a Molotov cocktail at a Jewish house. This guy rammed a bus and then tried to torch it. This guy built, placed, and tried to trigger explosive devices. We also got arson, stabbing, shooting. I think you got the idea. And now we've got 5 days of ceasefire. But what will happen after that? Most of you probably think, why don't these guys just stop fighting? You've ceasefire, no more dead people. Why don't you just leave it at that? And the answer is, unfortunately, we can't. There are still 180 Israelis and 2 million Palestinians who are imprisoned by Hamas. As long as Hamas continues to exist, none of them is safe. Look, we have 3 main objectives here. 1, bring back every single hostage. 2, free Gaza from Hamas. 3, achieve long-term security so that the citizens of Israel won't have to keep living in shelters. Since we have yet to achieve any of our goals, we cannot stop. Look, I really wish all of us could go back to living normal lives, but you must understand that stopping right now means that none of us, none of the 9 million people living in Israel and the 2 million living in Gaza would go back to a normal life.